Hello and welcome to episode 487 of the Mark and Me podcast. As always, I'm your host Mark. Now on today's episode, I'm joined by a guest, and I've been a true fan of this band for over 20 years. I remember going to college and falling in love with them, seeing them live and thinking there was no one else out there like them. And the good news is, as you're listening to this podcast, today they've brought out a brand new album after years and years away called PRANG, and it's fucking awesome. So it gives me great pleasure to announce today's guest. I'm joined by the legend Jason Perry from the incredible band A. Now that interview is going to be coming up with you guys in literally a couple of minutes time. So let's quickly touch base like I do on the introduction to every episode of Mark and Me and talk about the last episode. It only came out a few days ago and it was with the wonderful Marmozets. Again, a band that have an album out today. I was joined by both Becca and Jack and want to say a huge thank you to Marmozets and all the new listeners for sharing the episodes and the legends that have been here since the start who share it too, because the numbers were insane. The album is phenomenal. Go and check it out now. And thank you again, everyone, for listening to my podcast with Marmozets. But today it's all about the awesome A. So now it's time to get to the interview. So here's me and Jason Perry talking all things A. So Jason, welcome to the Mark and Me podcast.
Hello. Thanks for having me, Mark.
It's been a long time coming. I've been a huge fan of yours for not just your producing, but your songwriting, your singing, your on-stage performance. I didn't realise A went back as far as it did. I saw you supporting other bands in Birmingham back in the day with Daniel Picard when he was playing for you, and was a huge fan of your early albums. But I don't want to change this for any guest. So what I do is I have a format and it's worked for nearly 500 episodes. So what I want to do is start the interview today with a simple question. The first album you remember buying with your own money. Maybe it was something terrible that you don't tell people. Maybe it was something incredible and is a huge kind of flex. But I was wondering, what's that first one that you remember buying with your own hard-earned pocket money?
Well, it wasn't the first album I got that was bought for me by my mum and dad, but the first one I bought was Dig the New Breed by The Jam, which is a live album.
Nice.
So it was, that was the first record I bought. It was amazing. And it had like Inner City from the 100 Club, and it had, there'd be like club gigs and there'd be theatre gigs, and I didn't realise that then. I thought all gigs were the same size. So I didn't realise that some gigs would be smaller. And
every band you go and see is going to be in like in a big arena.
Because I lived in Leeds, and I just thought I'd never been to a gig, so I didn't realise, that the 100 Club was, I think there's Hope and Anchor in Islington upstairs. I think it holds like 200 people, and they'd recorded it and put it on this live album next to them playing at Bingley Hall with thousands of people. And it was just, it was amazing. It's so raw and punk, and I didn't know what punk was then.
It's pretty good because almost at 500 episodes, no one I've spoken to ever has picked a live album. It's never been, everyone's always talked about, my dad gave me a Beatles record, or I bought Nirvana Nevermind, or Guns N' Roses, but no one started their musical journey with a live album.
I love live albums. Some of my favourite albums are, there's Under Blood Red Sky by U2, which was live at Red Rocks. That did it for me. That was life-changing. And then Exit Stage Left by Rush. That was life-changing. So these are the kind of seminal moments in my musical life, which often seem to be live albums. There's a Neil Young live album that I just love. Listen to Sugar Mountain live. And it's just incredible. Just the honesty of a live album.
Yeah. As long as it hasn't been too overdone afterwards in the studio and they kind of polish it too much and take out any errors. I'm like, no, let it be. I want to hear a guitar slightly fluff, or I want to hear the snare slightly not hit properly,
I think that's missing. I find that's what our band A have tried to do on this new album as well, is get back to being. I've said this before on a bunch of podcasts and in the studio when I'm producing with bands. I'm like, a really great band has to have the ability to be really shit.
Yeah.
I've seen the Beastie Boys be terrible one night and then the next night be the like religious, like the greatest thing I've ever seen. I've seen Tool be boring and then be amazing. I've seen Rush not being great and then be incredible. I've seen Smashing Pumpkins 20 times be awful.
Yeah.
And just one night be incredible. And I'm like, that's what people get from this band. Like that, and I feel like bands have lost their way a bit, and whether it's technology, whether it's social media, or bad producers or bad people in their organization, where we've got this kind of 7 out of 10 live culture at the moment where everything's just great. Everything's really good. Every band looks great. They come on and everything's backing tracks and it's all polished and it sounds amazing. And it's like, I want to go to a gig that sounds shit.
Yeah.
Like, I want something, you know what I mean? I want to hear the snare break, and I don't want LED screens all the time that look really slick. I love all that.
Yeah.
I'm missing the honesty that you get at gigs. I'm missing people. I'm missing Liam Gallagher walk off stage because his voice has gone and gone, yeah, gig's over. Fuck, it's done. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I'll pay for it.
It's the rawness, isn't it, that people are a bit scared to be exposed to anymore. I even I live in Shrewsbury, and we have this local festival called the Loop Fest, and this year we had Reef headlining, which is massive for our hometown, and Ash, and it was awesome. Like, both bands were phenomenal, but even the smaller bands in the pubs that I went to see that are students who are like 18, I couldn't believe it. They were using backing tracks, and I was like, hang on, this is like when I grew up and I was in a band, it was all about lugging your big 4x12s in, sticking your Marshall amp on it, feedbacking all the way through the gig, being way too close, mic technique's absolutely fucking gone, singer dropping the mic halfway through, it's sounding fucking awful, but it felt like this is what we're about and this is us just playing. This time I was watching these 18-year-olds literally trying to sound like Sleep Token with the most polished, perfect industrial sound I've ever heard, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Where is the garage band, the band that are just trying to be Nirvana?
It's really cringe, isn't it? Because like, and if that's what you want to be, then yeah, that's brilliant. And I always used to think, like, I can't imagine seeing Kiss in a tiny little gig without a massive production, or Marilyn Manson, or Sleep Token.
Yeah.
But I think you go to a gig for the same reason I go to football matches, for connection.
Yeah.
Connection with the public and connection with music and connection with myself and the connections I don't get at home. And I don't go to a gig to sound like a louder version of my record.
No.
I go to a gig to see somebody just be cool as fuck. And I think if you're cool as fuck, you don't care.
Is that something you've always done as a band, even from the start, when you've written songs in the studio, recorded? Have you not really cared about thinking, is this going to translate to on stage okay? Are you always there thinking, oh, we might not do this song justice because it's beefed up and we've done 6 guitar overdubs and really making it sound huge? Or have you always kind of just gone, fuck it, we're a band in the studio doing what we're doing as an album and then we'll worry about the live show afterwards?
Yeah, a bit of both.
Yeah.
Bit of both. But now more fuck it. The older, and more fuck it about being in the studio as well. Like, just know, the more you do it, the more you realize that you've been doing it wrong. And I think on this new album, we've done it right. It's just genuine. That's all I can say. People say, what's production? It's just, production to me is honesty. How you want your band to honestly sound. Like Frankie Goes to Hollywood and Out of Noise have got a different honesty to Neil Young, have got different honesty to Led Zeppelin or Guns N' Roses on their first album. And you can see when rock bands especially lose that honesty and lose it live as well, and it becomes a bit of a pantomime. And so, yeah, we've always been a really, when we were at our best, it was when we were very honest. Even on our first album, we've got lyrics like cheeky monkey because we felt like cheeky monkeys.
Yeah.
And now I feel like a 55-year-old man who who's had a couple of years of depression. So that's honesty for this album. So yeah, it's just trying to be honest and having the bravery, I guess, to be honest, because I think that's what's lacking a lot in the world at the moment. Everything's fake and pretty and 7 out of 10.
Does it make
So
you a bit more anxious being that honest, knowing that honesty isn't as honest anymore? So when you are actually putting your lyrics down and you're writing and you're talking about the emotions you've actually gone through, you're not just talking about a date when you were 16 anymore, because it's about life and as a dad and being out there and living life as, like you said, 55. Are you then thinking to yourself, I'm nervous, man, because people are going to read into these lyrics and really start to get to know me for who I am? You're not writing about working in Starbucks anymore.
yeah, no, I'm not worried about it. I was a bit, but I'm not anymore, because it was up to me. It was my decision to be creative and be a singer in a band. And I think if I'm going to do it, I need to give it my best shot. And my best shot is to be honest. And I think when our band lost that honesty and started trying to write big songs, I think we lost ourselves a little bit. So I wanted to get back to how we were on our second album, which was really, really honest and writing small. And just because then you can connect with people. And, the thing is, it's like sometimes the truth hurts, doesn't it? But you can't run away from the truth. So if you're honest, you're never going to get found out. People might not like it and you might not like it, but you can't run away from honesty. So you've got nothing to hide behind. It's liberating. And we do that in our live gigs. I can't even call them shows. I hate the word show. Our gigs aren't shows. Our gigs are just us and a bunch of people that happen to like the same music in a room together. And we do that crossing the fourth wall, whatever you call it, thing all the time in our band. Because it's just, we're not on stage and the audience are down there. We've never, ever been like that, I don't think. And that's what I love about the band, because it means you can't have a bad gig, because it is just so honest. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. And you say to the audience, that went wrong, should we do it again? Or should we move on to another song? Like, you can't go wrong with that because it's honest.
I remember seeing, I think it was Finch a couple of years ago, and they started a new song that this is off our new album, and testing the water with the crowd, and all of them fucked it up at the start, and they kind of went, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" And you could see him get a bit frustrated, and the drummer's like, "Let me try it again." They tried it again, and about 30 seconds into the track, you could see the singer was getting really wound up, and he's like, "Fuck it, let's just not bother playing it." And you could see he was angry, but I was like, do you know what? Don't be angry. Like, this is pure. This is so good to see that. I've been in a rehearsal room with a band. I've seen bands. It's so good to see you actually just be humans.
But I remember, it's a real telling moment that I remember. I used to be a massive fan of a band called Jesus Jones. We ended up becoming friends with them and EMF around about the early 90s. And it was a gig at the Astoria, and it was being recorded for Radio 1. And Mike, the singer from Jesus Jones, could be quite formal and a bit uptight, really, a bit school teachery on stage. He's incredible. But he didn't have much rapport in between songs. He wasn't a natural rapporist, if that's a word. But they once stopped the song because the guitars were out of tune, and they started again. And I remember Mike saying, because this has been recorded live for Radio 1 tonight, I think we can afford ourselves the luxury of in-tune guitars. And from that moment, he had the crowd.
Yeah.
And he had me. And I remember going, whoa. And it was genuine, right? But it's great shtick, like just to let your guard down and you get a connection with the crowd straight away, then they're on your side then. Whereas if you're trying to pull the wool over their eyes all the time, they don't. It's like you learn that when you have kids.
Yeah.
You just can't pull the wool over their eyes at all. And they might nod and pretend that they believe you, but they know when you bullshit them.
You're getting called out all the time. Like, Dad, you're talking shit.
Yeah, especially with me.
I love it, man.
Everybody does. I really, man. Yeah. So it's just honesty for me.
Has that been a recent thing? Has that been something you've changed? I mean, I changed a lot mentally. I think when I was 40, I started. I know it's the number, but I was like, I'm going to stop saying yes to the people that always want me to say yes to. I'm going to start pushing back. Actually, I don't want to go to this party. I don't want to go to this place. This person's treating me like shit. I'm actually going to tell them. I started feeling like I can't keep being kind of stood on because it was just happening for 40 years. And I was like, I need to push back. And okay, I lost friends. I lost people that probably weren't even friends. But I was a lot happier afterwards. I was like, I'm not just saying yes to people that I should always feel like I have to say yes to.
I'm still trying to learn that. We've got a song on the album called Walkover. Just one of those days where I just feel like I'm a complete walkover, where I've
It's
lost every
exhausting, isn't
argument
it? It's exhausting.
and walked over all day because I want to please people. And it's exhausting. And I'm a pleaser and I'm a yes person. And my enthusiasm runs away with me. So I think I can do everything. And then I just get exhausted. So yeah, that's what walkover is about, exactly that. But I have found myself doing that, maybe not that aggressively, but you end up gravitating towards the people that actually are meaningful in your life, and you end up just pulling away from the other ones. You don't have to have a big falling out, or I don't, because I hate conflict, but I'm never really falling out with anyone. But I just kind of leave them to one side then and treat them how, just treat them for what they are, really, sometimes, because you can never change people, can you? You can just change how you can just change how you frame it, I guess, how you frame them or whatever. But that's what I've learned getting older. There's no changing people.
Tough though, isn't it, to accept? Because I don't get me wrong. If I sounded like I was ruthless and I was just telling people to fuck off, that wasn't how it
No, no,
was.
no,
I
you
just
won't.
yeah.
It's really good.
I,
It's brilliant. I'm jealous that you could do that.
but
I've,
I've took years of battling to even get the confidence to even just say, is it okay if I don't come out tonight? Because I just feel like I want to look after myself, or I'm
yeah,
quite
that's lovely.
tired. I'd like to be able to just do something I want to do, which might be staying at home with the dogs. But I'm not comfortable in just saying yes, turning up, putting myself out there, and really my anxiety is too high. So I'd rather just come home and self care. It's a funny one,
Yeah.
isn't it? Because like you said, if you're a people pleaser and you're a yes man, you have no control over anyone else ever.
No, and people do take advantage of it as well. But then I'm like, I've come to terms with that as well. I'm like, okay, well, I'm that person that people take advantage of. That's me. That's they don't mean it. I've allowed that to happen, and they're not taking advantage of me. It's my enthusiasm that's taking advantage of me, and that's the kind of person I want to be. And it's exhausting, but I'm happy. I'm happy doing all this stuff. But I just like a quiet night in. I just want to
There's
go to
nothing
bed.
wrong with that, is there?
I love going to bed. I
Yeah.
absolutely love it. My girlfriend Emma, she's amazing, and she can't believe it. On the morning, I have a cup of coffee, and then I, I I sit up in bed and I just stare into space for about 20 minutes. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm having a think, my morning think." She's like, "What's your morning think?" I'm like, "All the noise that's been in my head all night, all the ideas, all this stuff that's gone on in my head that's kept me awake after night. I'm now having a think and putting it all together, and I love having a morning think. Just that first half an hour in the morning, and then your WhatsApp group start opening up, and all your friends start sending your stuff, and I love the first hour of the day, and I love going to bed early so that first hour of the day is just amazing. Like you just ease your way into the day, and then you start getting bombarded with stuff from all your WhatsApp groups. It's fucking ace. Love the mornings. And I don't really like
They're so
nights.
rare, aren't they?
Yeah,
Because, like you said, once that first message starts coming through, or
yeah, you're
you're on your
toast.
reels, or Instagram are sending you fucking clips from Star Wars or stupid outtakes from movies, you're caught up in it.
You're done. But I love that. I love a good scroll as well. I think there's nothing wrong with it. Everyone gives it a hard time. I could spend an hour going down rabbit holes on Instagram, and I'm like, yeah, that's made me happy for an hour. And I've gone down a 60s mid-century architectural rabbit hole and seen stuff I've never seen before about Frank Lloyd Wright, and that's I'll happily lose myself for an hour doing that, or whatever. Um,
That first hour, though, that kind of think, well, you said 20 minutes, uh, isn't that so meaningful? Isn't that so powerful? Even though it's in silence, silence is is deafening because it gets you to kind of digest all those noisy thoughts that just clog up your head with fog.
Yeah, and and I love that morning snooze where you're drifting in and out of thinking and snoozing, and it's wonderful. That's the best thing about getting older for me. It's appreciating that and appreciating mornings. There's something about people in the morning. Go out for a morning walk and say hello to all the shopkeepers opening up their shops, and the light's great, and all the animals are starting their day, and it feels like it's up for grabs. Whereas at night, I always feel intimidated at night, and I don't get the same vibe. I don't think people are friendly at night, but they are in the morning. Like, why do people say good morning to you, but no one walks past and says good night?
It's so
I don't
true.
know why that is.
Yeah.
We're all worn out by the day. But I just love mornings. And I remember being younger, waking up for my first time ever, waking up in San Francisco, and walking around about 7:30 in the morning as all the shops were coming to life, and just thinking it was magical, and seeing the light and seeing people just starting their days. And I just love mornings. I think they're the best. They're just a gift.
Everyone now listening to this podcast is like, listen to these two granddads talking about how
Yeah,
nice a morning is, and saying
I like
good
sex
morning.
as well. I like gambling, beer, and porn,
and Monster energy drinks.
Monster, and motorbikes and rock.
Yeah, fucking UFC fighting. But apart from that, I do like early nights and mornings and saying hello to shopkeepers.
You put salt on your butter now as well.
We can't talk about this, but yeah, I'll always buy salted butter. I don't add extra, but I would never buy unsalted butter.
I've started to add salt on my butter. I'm like, why not?
Maybe when I'm 50, maybe that's the next milestone.
Yeah, when you're 50, there's salt on it, and you'll start getting really posh salt. Then I'm not a snob at anything. I couldn't give a monkeys about my car and stuff, but I really care about my olive oil and my salt.
Olive oil, though, dude. Like, I have to remortgage my house when it's time to get new olive oil. I'm like, how much?
I'll pay 40 quid a bottle and do it in a month.
Yeah, that's the rock star life. That's why you're doing it all, for the olive oil.
Price of a travel card, I think.
Why not, man? I mean, adding salt on top of the butter that's already salted, that's extreme, dude. And I bet it's the thick, chunky salt, is it, that's got like big grains?
Well, I get black salt.
Oh, man.
It looks amazing. It feels great. Just special, man. Just special.
Do you know, I went to my parents the other day and I sat there and my dad made me like fish and chips. And bless him, you know, he cooked from scratch. He's nearly 90. And
wow, really?
They've done really well. Like they work hard, and yeah, he goes out gardening all day, loves his life, and he always cooks. His life is cook good breakfast, cook dinner, and then cook an amazing tea. And his life is those 3 meals every day, and that's probably why he's nearly 90 and still doing everything and driving and enjoying life. But when I was at the table, he got some ketchup out, and I was like, "What's this?" And it's like, "Oh, it's Aldi's own." And I said to my dad, Dad, I know you've got hundreds of thousands, like, you know, you've got money, you've got not hundreds of thousands, but he's got thousands of pounds, you know, he's very wise.
Yeah.
And I said, in life, Dad, even at 90, you should not cut corners when it comes to ketchup. Coffee as well, I think. Don't buy the cheap shit. And stuff like mayo, like, I don't understand that. He was like, oh, but Heinz is 3 or 4 quid and this is only 80p. And I just thought, they're the moments in life, Dad, you're going to regret when you're on your deathbed. Like, you should have Heinz. Yeah,
and you'll say that to you. That'll be his deathbed moment. It's like, why didn't I go for Hellman's?
I know.
I'm the same with travel. Like, our old town manager once said to his music told me, you know, because let me give you a bit of advice, never scrimp on travel. And he's right. Travel now is a means of getting from somewhere to somewhere else, whereas travel used to be part of the experience. I do think that about life in general. It's like people who are trying to find happiness and they don't realize that happiness is, without sounding like a Miley Cyrus song, it's the climb, it's the journey, it's not some little bag of gold at the end of it. And I think travel should be part of going on holiday. It should be part of the experience. And I get excited about travel, but I think it's lost its romance. And I'm really romantic. And I think people need to put more effort into travel, even the way that they dress on a plane, and just be nice to each other. And yeah, don't scrimp on ketchup and travel.
No.
And I'll throw rosemary into olive oil as well on your focaccia. Like, don't get crap focaccia.
No.
The best moment I've had probably in the last 5 years was sitting in Tuscany with my girlfriend, and the waiter came over with some focaccia, rosemary focaccia with salt on it and some olive oil, and a glass of freezing cold Gavi. And it's a beautiful romantic evening. And he came over to take our orders, and I just went, I can't order any food. This is as good as it's going to get. This focaccia, olive oil and salt, and this glass of wine. And he's like, "Are you serious?" I went, "Yeah, I think we'll just keep bringing this."
Amazing.
It was incredible, absolutely incredible. I'm like, how can it be so good? And he's like, "Well, because he came from over there, mate. He came from over that hill. That's why it's so good."
It's the little things, isn't it? Everyone's in life chasing after the big things. And I work at a college, and there's music students, and they're all wanting to be the next biggest thing and sell millions of albums and be number one and all this. Really, you just need good olive oil and decent butter. That's it. That's what it's all about. If you get to your life and you had that, that decent olive oil, actual Heinz ketchup, Hellman's mayonnaise, and you don't have to look at the receipt, you've made it.
Yeah, not looking at the receipt is a nice feeling, isn't it?
Mm.
But if you're the sort of person who avoids looking at your bank account like me, because it's always so grim, I have to cover up the cash machines. I don't want to see my balance.
It tricks you sometimes, doesn't it? It's like cash with receipt, and you're like, no, I don't want to see it. So you hit
don't
cash,
show me.
and then it still tells you on the screen. It's like, you're fucked, and you're like, oh, why did you do that? Like, I asked you not to. Leave me alone.
Like when you get letters and you know the threatening ones, like as if I'm opening you. No chance.
There's a pile for you.
Yeah, I'm avoiding you until there's a knock at the door. I cannot deal with that.
We should probably talk a little bit about your band and the album coming out, just for the listeners that might tune in and go, "Fuck, I want to hear about A," because otherwise they're going to be like, "This is Olive Oil Cast." Prang. It's been a long time since you've put an album out. Hell of a long time.
21 years.
That's mental.
Like 2 years a song, which I don't think is that bad.
No, so that's a nice way to look at it. Yeah,
we can get over it.
Fucking hell, 21 years.
Yeah, and 20 years to the next one as well.
That's good.
I'm going to be 75 when we put the next one out.
Will you be gigging then, or will you just be like wheeled out on a bed, just napping?
We'll be honest, then it might be a song about sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be a song about just constantly wetting the bed. Whatever it is, we'll write about it. Johnny Cash managed to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not putting us up there with Johnny Cash, by the way.
No, A and Johnny Cash. Those two bands that we all look at, and singers and songwriters.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
But this new album is great. It's the best album we've ever done. It's the best thing I've ever done, production-wise, and because again, it's really honest, and there's some beautiful moments on it, and there's some exciting moments on it, and it's completely every song's recorded and made differently and sounds different, and it's a joyous mess, I think, of honesty, and I'm so proud of it, and it took 20 years to get it going, and then suddenly we had this little story. We had a little barbecue. I was saying to someone else earlier that men need an excuse to talk, don't they? You've got to get round something if you're a man. You've got to stand around a fire or look at the ocean, or I don't know, go to football, or just stand around a barbecue or a pub table or something. So we always have barbecues in our band as an excuse to get together, and we'd try and have a little jam and a little play. And then one day Mark, our guitarist, came up with this little riff which I loved. So we just came in from the barbecue, and within 2 hours we'd written and recorded the first song on the album, and that's exactly as it is on the album.
Oh wow.
Took 20 years. I only had 4 microphones with me, and I took the snare mic off and walked over to Mark and held it in front of his speaker with a finger over my ear. We didn't even have a guitar stand. I was like, we've got to get this down now. Then I took the same mic and walked over to Trig's bass amp and held it there. And Adam had to go through on the drums, which I had to do a bit of editing on because he didn't quite know the structure of it. And that was it, yeah. All these years of trying to work out what A was, and then it just came, and we did it in 2 hours, and it's exactly as it is on the album.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and then that was it. That was a green light. We can go make an album now. And it was amazing. And it was from not trying to think about it, just having a barbecue, having some fun, picking up some gear, and the producer in me just heard this little moment and just heard it and went, that's it. We've got to go now. We've got it. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. And then the rest of the album came, the floodgates opened, and we knew what we needed to do, which was not go into studios and just be totally DIY. And so we'd get together every couple of months and play through some of these songs. And again, it wasn't like we'd rehearse them. We'd be playing them and writing them at the same time. And sometimes I'd have to chop stuff up and rearrange it and stuff on my own. But the nucleus or the kind of energy was just, coming up with ideas and getting them down. Then I'd go up to Suffolk and record Mark in his little shed and Trig in his little shed and write the lyrics in the bath or on a walk. And we've not been in one studio for the whole album.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I bet you want to be at times because that's where all your toys are and your gadgets and your play.
Not. It's the worst. It's the most. Yeah, it's the worst place.
Really?
Don't need all that anymore. I just need allow myself to be honest, and a connection between my ears and my heart. And that's what record production is for me. It's not about toys and gadget and gear. It's about my ears and my heart, and that's it. Which is easy to do with someone else's band, but harder to do.
I was going to say, when it's your own and it's your own name on the record, is it difficult? Is it like you're an artist who's always wanting to get the paintbrush out and do one more little lick or a little bit because you're like, this is mine and I don't want to just be able to, I don't know, how do you detach yourself and go, this is finished, this is it now, that I don't need to get the paintbrushes out again?
Yeah, by being really strict and talking to myself as a producer. So there's a song called Shit Summer on the album, which I'm really proud of. And it's a beautiful song. It's got beautiful lyrics and they're hard. They're hard lyrics. And I had tears when I was singing them, but I gave myself 2 goes at singing it from start to finish. And that was it. So I got to the second go. I'm like, no, that's the rule. You got 2 goes. And I packed up and went and did something else. And then a couple of days later, listened to it and yeah, okay, I can live with that.
How do you kind of be so strict, but at the same time be so giving? Because I'm sure when you were recording bands like Don Broker, you weren't going, Rob, you've only got 2 takes, that's it, that's all you've got, mate. If you fuck it up, then that's it, You must have
because, yeah, well, it depends on the song. Like these Don Broker songs that we've had hits with, that I've used 80% of the demo vocals.
Wow.
So yeah, we've been messing around in the studio. I'm like, fellas, we've already got it. It's in the demo, and it's convincing them that it's in the demo. I was like, well, let's try it again. Let's spend all evening trying again. But I tell you, you've already done it. You did it when you didn't know you're doing it, when you didn't care. And that's where the magic is for me. And that's what I try and bring to Don Broco, because they can be quite inhuman as a band. So I'm trying to bring humanity to them all the time. And sometimes it works really well, and sometimes it's not what they need. But when it works, it's brilliant. There's a song called One True Prince where,
yeah,
and we wrote that really quick, that chorus. And yeah, it's so yeah. Sometimes I'll say to Rob, it's done. We've done it in 10 takes or whatever. And sometimes it's you're trying to get more out of them, but. Yeah, it's horses for courses, but for me, on that song, I went into it as a producer, knowing what the song's about, and knowing what I would tell somebody else if I was producing them singing it, and it was that you've got 2 takes.
Is there ever a moment, maybe not because it's your baby and it's your band and you've been in it for so many years and it's so precious, but is there ever a moment that you wished you weren't so hands-on, you could step back like the rest of the band members and just perform and let someone else have those keys to the castle?
Yeah, on this new album, yeah. But that's why I had to set myself those limitations so I could just enjoy being a singer.
Yeah.
but it's really tempting. Like I've got a microphone, like just a SM7 like you've got there. You're sitting at your computer. You could literally just sing for hours, just dropping yourself in word for word, and it's. I know at the end of it, that's not going to be any good.
No,
it's going to make me feel great at the time because that's perfect. But I'm not going to feel great about it in a year's time. So now I've got the confidence to know that it's taken years to learn that. Years of trying to be confident enough to not give a shit.
And what about then you're getting these songs ready? Because obviously, is it Slam Dunk I'm seeing you at next in a few weeks? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to then playing these new songs live? Because obviously people won't have heard them.
Yeah. And again, they'll be what they'll be. If we mess them up, we'll mess them up. And if we play them too fast, we'll play them too fast on that night, or we'll play them too slow. I just want us to be a live band. So it'll be what it is, and it'll be great. I want to get. There's a little song called "Kings of Lowestoft" on this album. We did a line dancing video for it, and I want to get a mosh pit line dancing. So
That's got to happen at Slam Dunk.
Yeah, we made an instructional video last night, so we're going to put that
nice.
out. Hopefully, Slam Dunk will share it, and we're going to try and. I just want to get at least 20 people doing this line dance, and it's not easy line dancing. That'll be it for me. If we can walk away from Slam Dunk knowing that we've partied the crowd and seen some people line dance this song, I can die happy.
Is it hard now getting pen to paper again and starting to think about a set list to please the fans that have been with you all those years, that want to hear the old songs but also want to introduce new songs?
Yeah, it is hard doing a set list. Yeah, it is, but it's fun as well. But I've got to watch my voice, so I've got to try and do the set list. I don't have a very strong voice, and I always lose it every gig. So there's a few technical things in a set list that we have to have where songs can need. The hard songs are like song 3 and song 4. That's where you put the difficult songs when you're just warming up and stuff. So things like that you learn. And we've mucked around and changed set lists on the fly a lot, and we'll do that. We once taught our bass player Trig 3 songs on stage. we taught him in the middle of the gig because somebody requested a song. I was like, "Can we play it?" And Trig's like, "I don't know it." I'm like, "Will you give us 5 minutes to teach him it?"
That's so good.
And it was ace. It's really good.
How long has Prang been recorded and mixed and mastered? How long have you been sat on it?
Not long.
No?
I think the final mix was about 6 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then I went to the factory last week and pressed the first vinyl, and that was really special. I was really proud of it. It's such a proud moment. I'm in love with it. I just love it. I've never felt like that about an A record.
Haven't you got one of your vinyls, like you can do like make your own ice cream van with the cardboard or the cover, the packaging?
Yeah, it's ace. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
See, that I'd buy it even just for that, even if it's a shite album and I'm like, this is terrible. I'll be like, I've just made myself a little ice cream van out of cardboard. Like that's amazing.
I used to love making stuff when I was a kid out of complex packets.
Yeah.
And the little folds on it. So I really wanted to do something like that. Again, we're in this digital age, like just do something tangible.
That's so cool that you've got that.
Yeah. Thanks, mate.
That's really cool. If the album's good as well, then it's even more value for my money. And what else? You got loads of installs, haven't you? See, this wasn't like it. I haven't done this for years. Installs.
No, we've got these tiny little gigs. I mean, some of them are like 70 people. So, but we've always been good at that. We've always been good at making the crowd feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Wherever we play, we've never been like we're in the band and you're in the audience kind of band. So, yeah.
And then have you got UK then dates to follow that? Have you got like bigger venues?
A couple, and then we're doing some arenas at the end of the year with the Darkness. So
that's going to be unreal, isn't it? How cool is that going to be?
That'll be ace. We're good old friends with them, so I've not seen him for years. Used to live with Dan from the Darkness. He used to live in a house.
Oh wow!
When we moved down from Lowestoft. So there's a song on the album about that, Kings of Lowestoft, about being in Battle of the Bands in Lowestoft when we were kids.
Isn't that mad? You've been away for that long and you come back and you're like, yeah, we're just going to be playing these fucking huge arenas with the darkness.
It's easy now playing arenas. It's easy. It's a lot easier than playing
Is that
in
more
stores.
scary than the 70 people at HMB or something?
No, there's so many people at HMB is a scary one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
when you can see the faces of the people.
well, it's uncomfortable for the crowd as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit too intimate. You're like, all right.
Got to make them comfortable and not make it into a show. Oh, excuse me, sorry, my son.
Don't worry, man.
I'll just pick it up.
No worries, don't worry.
Yeah, no, okay, no, he scores against Arsenal. Right, I've got to go. This guy. See you, bye.
I forgot you're a gooner, aren't you? It's a good time at the moment.
Oh, last night was amazing. Last night was like winning the Champions League. I forgot we got.
It's scary, isn't it? That you got fucking PSG probably. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Are you going to win the? Are you going to win the league? I don't talk about football much on podcasts, but
I don't know. Depends. I think confidence is everything, isn't it? And I think we've got an injection of confidence right when we need it after a month of not having any. So
it's come back at the right time, hasn't it?
Yeah. So yeah,
it's a weird one. It's like I feel like there's another. This is for the people that are listening right now. It's Wednesday, the 6th of May, and Arsenal played in the Champions League last night, and it's another semi-final tonight. But after Man City and Everton, I just felt to myself, there's going to be another twist. It's not over yet. There's something else. Like you might lose to West Ham, and then suddenly fucking Man City draw again, or something, you know.
And this is another thing that annoys me, right? You know, that people people seem to think that if you haven't won the league by now, you've bottled it or you've thrown it away and stuff. And remember when that Aguero moment when Man City won the league in the last kick of the game?
In the 94th minute, yeah.
Was it against West Ham, wasn't it, I think? Or Burn. No, yeah. And no one, people just remember them winning the league. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The last kick of the game, and then you win it. Then so I think you're right. I think we probably will lose one of these games in the run-in. And it will still not be over until the very last kick of the. And that's the way you want your football season to go, I think.
Imagine it comes down to goal difference. Fucking hell.
I know. Well, we're saying at one moment it could go down to a playoff game.
Yeah.
So goal difference will be the same, which would be nuts, wouldn't it?
It's good though. It keeps you on your toes.
Sport's great, isn't it?
I just want Spurs to go down. That's all. I don't give a fuck about who wins. I just want them to go down.
Yeah. Mind you, I saw Kendrick Lamar at their stadium last summer, and it's a hell of a stadium, that.
Yeah.
Imagine that in being in the championship.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely bonkers.
What I'll do so I can let you go and have a drink before your next one and then get ready for the football is what I do on this podcast is every guest that comes on gets to choose the last song that's played. So as this is edited, you can choose any song by any artist, by any band in the whole world. And I'm putting you on the spot right now. I know it's tough because there's probably 100 songs. But what's the song that means a lot to you? And it'll be the outro music for today's episode. So every episode of Mark and Me is different.
Mark, I'm going to choose Shit Summer by A.
Wow. So in 9 years and 10 months, only Burt McCracken from the Used picked his own band, and now you've gone and done it.
Yeah, because it means a lot to me right now. And,
good.
It means more to me than any other song. So I'm just being honest.
I love it.
I'm not saying it's as good as any other song, but it means more to me than any other song right now.
And that's good. If you're that proud of your own music, that's fucking important, isn't it?
Yeah, and I am. I'm humbly proud of it. It's nice to say. It's a nice feeling.
The fact you've turned around today on today's interview and said it's your favourite album you've ever done as a band.
Yeah.
And it's your most recent, and it's, 25 years since you brought out, was it A vs. Monkey Kong? Must be 26, 27 years. Fucking crazy.
Hell.
Yeah.
That is mental.
Next year's 30 years for How Ace of Buildings.
Oh my God. We'll have to have a How Ace of Buildings tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But you can change it to How Ace Mornings.
How Ace is salt.
Oh yeah, How Ace is olive oil.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're getting me excited now. Now you speak my language, Mark.
I will come and see you at Slam Dunk, dude. I'm at South and North because I do too much press and then I don't get to see anyone. Everyone's like, dude, how was it seeing fucking funeral for a friend and this, and I'm like, dude, I never saw anyone. I was in a tent interviewing all day, but this year I'm going to South and then I'm going to go up to North and watch all the bands I missed. So I'll hang out, come and say hello, and
Are you
we'll
interviewing for the
watch
podcast or for
all
other
weekend. Yeah, for the podcast.
Podcast.
Yeah.
All right, so I can't come and bother you again, and you already done it. But I'll
Come and say hello. Come on and just do a little 10
come
minute.
and line dance.
Do you know what? Why don't we do a little podcast about line dancing for 10 minutes?
Yeah. Why don't we do that?
All right, I'll see you in South or North, wherever you want. You'll see me.
I'll see you in the pit.
Good luck to the in-stores. Good luck to the album release. Thank you for coming on the podcast, and I'll see you at Slam Dunk.
Ace. Thank you, mate. It's a pleasure.
So there it is. There's my interview with me and the awesome Jason Perry. Honestly, to you guys out there, this means so much to me. Are a band that genuinely shaped the music I listen to today, and I can't wait to see them at Slam Dunk this weekend. The new album has been worth the years and years of wait, and I loved how open, I loved how honest Jason was, and it's just real. It's real talk. There's none of this kind of showbiz talk or trying to put on this act. I love how raw he was, and I'm just so excited to see this band back. The album is phenomenal. Like I said, it's literally out today. Go and buy it. There's some in-stores happening. There's some tour dates happening. They're incredible live. So much fun, and I guarantee when I come back from Slam Dunk, who knows, I might have another little interview with me and Jason, probably talking about line dancing. If you guys out there have enjoyed today's episode, please take the time to share it. You know the score by now. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you use, just take that moment to share this episode. So many people grew up listening to A. It would be amazing if you can share it and remind them of this amazing band and tell the world that they've got this brand new, awesome album out. Also, if you do want to sign up to Patreon, there's a link on markandme.com. All the money that I've got from 2026 is going to charity. But in return for your donation, what I'll do is send you some badges, some stickers, a monthly newsletter, and I do promise some exclusive episodes called The Lost Tapes. And before I go, let's give a shout out to the two sponsors of Mark and Me, starting with Richer Sounds. If you want anything to do with audio and visual, go on richersounds.com or visit any of their high street stores. And lastly, the amazing Vice Press. If you want to get yourself a licensed poster or print or t-shirt, go on vicepress.com, add anything to the basket and use the discount code MarkandMe26 and you're going to save yourself 10% off. How good is that? Right guys, it is being crazy. It's not going to slow down anytime soon. As you're listening to this, I'm packing my bags ready for Slam Dunk, which means loads more episodes. I can't believe festival season is already upon us. It's going to be wild and I can't wait to share the episodes with you. So I'll be back in a few days' time with another brand new episode. So until then, look after yourself, take care, and I'll speak to you all very soon.
Summer and another one. I've been scared for my brother, 'cause cancer is never fun. I've been living the dream, Viagra and sertraline. I took a picture for Insta of a pizza to share with no one. It's been another shit summer, 'cause I'm mental and I'm broke as fuck. 100 letters unopened, not today, mate. Too scared to look.